got the piano of my dreams. I have been waiting all my life for this piano. I was able to buy one of the Steinway Bs from Fantasy Studios in Berkeley. They were getting rid of their Steinway B, and a friend of mine actually saw it on Craigslist and recognized the tile floor because he had been in there recording with a choir. He sings with Interfaith Gospel, Oakland. And so he calls me or emails me and said, hey, I think this is the Fantasy Studios piano, and it was a price that I could afford, which was an unbelievable price because the case was completely beat up from having all these musicians doing God knows what with the case all these years. So this is a piano that was 40 years at the Fantasy Studios in Berkeley, and then 20 years before that it was in the Columbia Studios in San Francisco. So it had always been a studio piano since 1949 when it was built. So it is now my piano because I went right over there, and I'd been waiting for a Steinway B for many years that I could buy. And I was lucky because I had a beautiful Steinway O that I brought back with me from Holland. I lived in Holland for most of the 80s. And I brought this piano back with me. It was a beautiful piano, but I always had wanted a B, which is a foot longer. So anyway, I have this beautiful piano now, and I can't believe it's mine. And I had some action work done on it and voicing work, and it's just stunning. And everything I play sounds good. And so next week, when I'm going to go to the recording studio to record my second CD, I'm actually having the piano moved in.
Oh, yeah.
So, which really isn't too much money when you consider the cost of recording. So, so that's a little bit the story of my wonderful Steinway B that I now have at home.
So, tell me some of the piano greats, other than you, that have played on that piano.
Well, I think anyone who recorded at Fantasy Studios from 1968 to 2008, which probably included Bill Evans, and I actually have my fantasy is I have a record cover with, I think it might be that piano of a Bill Evans record from that he made with Eddie Gomez called Intuition. There's a great picture of the two of them on the front with this black black Steinway B piano, and I always say it has a 50% chance of being my piano because they had two Steinway Bs apparently, like one in their two studios, I forget which one. So one of these days when I'm older and have no more time to do anything else, I'm going to go to this fantasy records department, because the guy there told me I could always go there and look at the history of the piano. They know who played on it, and they keep records of all these things. So sometime I'll do that. I think McCoy probably played on it, and I think a lot of people did.